Hello everyone, my name is PlasmaMuffin, and welcome back to my Minecraft Aether mod tutorial series. This is episode 4, and in this episode, I am going to be covering a couple more of the different blocks and items you can get in the Aether, and also apparently watching a tree grow. So, I have, I've prepared for this episode a little bit by collecting some resources, and get this guy out of the way. And, so I have a few new things here. First off, I got some feathers, so now I can actually use them with the golden amber and create some new weapons. So, in the last episode I made this enchanted shooter. Well, I started making it, and, what this does is it works like a normal dart shooter, except it does more damage. As you can see, I cannot shoot anything right now because I have nothing to shoot, no ammo. So I'm going to make some ammo. To do that, I'm going to put the golden amber here up top, skyroot sticks in the middle, and feathers on the bottom. So just like essentially crafting arrows, except I use golden amber instead of flint. And that gives you a golden dart. You get only one per each craft rather than four for arrows. So and I cannot currently shoot this because this is an enchanted shooter, but the darts aren't enchanted. So I'm gonna have to enchant the darts, and as you can see, they enchant much faster than the shooter. This happens. Some things will enchant faster than others, and whoa. Excuse me. Alright, so now, the cool thing about these shooters, and the reason you would want to use them, is because they actually, they ignore damage immunity. Damage immunity is where, if you hit a mob, then it'll be invincible, and you can't hurt it again for, like, 1 second. But, with the enchanted shooter, you can actually just keep shooting, and it won't be able to, the damage invincibility will not kick in. So you can just shoot it really fast like a machine gun, like this, and it'll actually work. If you try and do it with a bow, then most of the arrows will just bounce off and they won't hurt the mob because it's invincible. And also, the shooter, the darts do not curve to gravity. So as you can see, if I shoot with the bow, then the arrow lands a little bit below the crosshairs. If I use a shooter, it ends up right on the crosshairs, which means it's much easier to aim. Now, I'm actually going to test it out on this guy. This is a cockatrice, and they spawn in dark areas in the Aether, so they can spawn in little alcoves and, whoa, no. They can spawn in dark areas where there's no light. And granted, there aren't very many places in the Aether like that, but if there, when there are any, then these guys come out. So let's try this shooter on him. I actually want to get the last hit in with the Skyward Sword so I can get better, more drops. Awesome. So now I have 6 feathers, and I can craft more of the darts. Here we go. And stop hurting me. So, there's a couple other things you can make with the enchanter. If you put poison buckets in it, then it will turn them into poison cure or remedy buckets. And when you drink those, then it will deactivate any poison effect that you have. So that's very useful. And we have a blue sheep huff over there. Sheep huffs can get different colors, actually, and they will yield different wool, just like in normal Minecraft, except that these can be a lot more colors. Instead of just black, gray, brown, white, or pink, which is the vanilla sheep, these guys can be like green or blue or all sorts of different colors. It's pretty crazy. So, now there's another thing you can do with the poison buckets. You can actually make poisoned darts, poison dart shooters. Um, and you need the normal poison bucket, not the cure or remedy bucket, like this. But you need a few more darts than I have. Basically what you do is you put the darts all around the edges of the crafting table, like this. Just fill in those spots. Then you put the poison bucket in the middle, and that'll give you that'll give you 8 poison darts. And they will actually give the same effect on enemies that the poison gives to you, so they won't be able to control their movement. So it's very fun watching a mob just go flying around and not being able to control where it goes. It's nice to give them a taste of their own medicine. So each kind of shooter corresponds to each kind of shooter, dart shooter corresponds to a different type of dart. Enchanted shooter uses enchanted darts, normal shooter uses normal darts, and poison shooter uses poison darts. I'm running a little low on ambrosia there. While I wait for that, I'm going to go ahead and mine this tree. Come on. There we go. Helps if you use your actual tool on the tree instead of just punching with your hand. And got pigs everywhere. So, I have to enchant these darts into the enchanted darts before I can actually use them with the enchanted dart shooter. And I'm going to actually put this poison bucket in there. And so, to make a poison shooter, then you actually need the acorn petals. You just put one next to a normal dart shooter, and that will give you a poison shooter. So you could make one of each kind of dart shooters, and you could choose selectively which ones you want to use at which times. So that's pretty cool. And so now there's a few items and blocks and stuff that I missed in the last couple episodes, and I'm going to talk about them today. So first off, we have quick soil. This is a yellow block that's kind of like the sand of the cow just fell into the pit. Okay, well, sure, why not? This is kind of like sand. You can actually put it in the enchanter and turn it into glass, which is really cool. You get quick soil glass. This is found naturally on the edges of islands, as you can see. I collected some from a little safer place and put it in chests so I could demonstrate it without having to worry about falling off the edge. So, if you step on this, it actually increases your speed. Your speed increases slowly at first, but it gets a lot faster. This is more noticeable if you have more of this, so I'm going to go ahead and build a little thingy. This doesn't fall like sand does. If it did, there wouldn't really be much of it, because it spawns kind of floating. See that? You see how I go really fast? And you can do this even when you hold down shift. I'm going down like normal walking speed, but I'm holding shift. That's pretty cool. I like that. So you can use this to make transportation. If you have two places you want to connect together, they're kind of far away, but you want to be able to walk in between them quickly, then you can just go ahead and use that. And now you gotta be careful, because you might go flying off the edge if you miscalculate and don't let go of the key in time. So it is a little dangerous, but it can also be extremely helpful. And I'm going to go ahead and make some quick soil glass right here. I think I only need one ambrosia for this. Yeah, that looks good. And I'll show you the glass. The glass does not drop a block when you break it, unlike the quick soil. So it's just like normal sand in Minecraft. As you can see through this. Looks kind of cool. It's all yellowish, and it has the same effect. As you can see, it's a little slippery like ice. And And when you break it, you get literally nothing. So, just like normal glass, but harder to get. Next, we have icestone. And what icestone does is, it's found in walls and crevices. There's some right there, that's where I actually got this. And it looks sort of like a gray version of glowstone. And when you break it, it just drops a normal icestone block, nothing special. But what you can actually do with this is you can craft another item. Now, I mentioned that the enchanter is sort of like the Aether equivalent of the furnace. Well, there's an Aether opposite of the furnace, and that's what this ice stone makes. So, let me see if I remember how to do this. Put one ice stone here, and I think 3 skyroot planks, and I need stone. Gonna jump down here and grab some stone real quick. I love using the skyroot tools because I can just grab some stuff, take it, and then I can put it back. But so I don't make the terrain look really weird, but I still get the blocks. So that's really fun. I like to do that, and so I'm pretty sure this is how you do it. You put the holy stone like this, ice stone in the middle, and skyroot planks on the bottom. Yeah, there we go. First try. So now I have a freezer. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this right here, and I really need this torch. I don't think so. So with the freezer, you can use ice stone as fuel, and it will make things colder. I forgot exactly what all you can put in here. I don't think torches work, but you can put like a lava bucket in here to freeze it into, I think, aerogel, which is a transparent block that is completely blast resistant. So creepers, TNT, that kind of stuff, gas, they can't explode the aerogel. So it's sort of like the Aether equivalent of obsidian. But that's actually another cool feature. In the Nether, if you place a water bucket, it immediately dissipates. And in the Aether, the opposite happens. If you try and place fire, then it will immediately dissipate. So you cannot actually, well, not fire, but lava. So you can't actually have lava in the Aether. It just turns into aerogel. Next, I have the cold air cloud. This is how you make that cloud parachute that I had in the first episode. You can make them, and I actually have a couple in my inventory right here. You just go and find some of this air cloud. It's often floating above the islands or near them. It's all over the place, so it shouldn't be too hard to get. But when you place it, then it actually the entire block does not collide with mobs. Only the very bottom part does, which is why I can stand in it and I'm literally in the block. And if I break this, then I sink down into the next layer. This stuff blocks fall damage, so you can use it at the bottom of a mine shaft or something, so you can quickly get down. Proper tool for this is a shovel, but you cannot get double drops from a skyroot shovel, unfortunately. And if you get 4 of them, fill up a crafting area, you get a cloud parachute. These do not stack, but they're pretty useful. Now, I showed how to use them in the last episode, but there's actually another use to them, which I'm going to show here. So you can, if you're falling, if you're in the air, you can right-click with it to create a cloud that will fall under you. However, if you actually fall off the edge of the Aether and go all the way down there, you don't die. You actually teleport to the overworld in the same location as if you'd built a portal at the spot you fell. So I'm actually going to jump off here and alright. So you just need the cloud parachute in your inventory. I don't think you need to put it in the hotbar or anything. So you just jump off. I'm close to my portal, so I shouldn't have to worry about being too far from home. Let's jump off. And as you can see, I have this nice little cloud parachute, and I'm right on top of my house, almost literally. It's pretty awesome. So you should have at least one in your inventory at all times, preferably two. One in your hotbar, one not, and that way you can that way you can have the backup just in case you actually do fall. So so cloud parachutes are extremely useful. Now there's one more thing I wanted to show before closing off this episode, and that is the capes. So as you can see, I've been wearing a cape on my back this whole episode, all the episodes that I've made so far have had this cape. And the cape is actually, normally you can only get capes from things like Minecon or other special events, but you can actually craft them in the Aether mod. This is what I look like without the cape. This is what I look like, whoops. This is what I look like with the cape. And so to craft these, you need wool, and to do it, you just place the wool like this, 6 wool in the shape of a door, 3 slots on the side, and that'll give you a cape. You can get capes of all colors, I believe. All colors that you can have of wool can be turned into capes. And I love watching the whirlwinds fall down. It's so funny. But then one more thing is the blue air cloud. So I'm going to make another cloud parachute, and so this is the stuff that bounces. So if you throw something on it, it flings it way up into the air, and it looks absolutely hilarious. If you shoot an arrow at it, then it'll actually, well, okay, apparently the arrows do not fly upwards. I thought they did, but that would be a really cool effect. You could shoot the arrow at it and then have it bounce off and go flying at a mob. That would be really cool. But oh, hey, perfect. If I have the bunny, I don't even need a parachute. So I'm going to show you what happens if you step on that. And where the heck is the bunny? There you go. Come here, bunny. What are you doing in a tree? It's a rare Aetherian tree bunny. There we go. Okay, so achievement get to infinity and beyond. So as you can see, this stuff bounces you up. By the way, you never take fall damage when you have a bunny on your head. Even if you don't puff up before you hit the ground, you still won't take fall damage. So this cloud can be used to reach new heights, forgive the pun, but you can go up higher than you normally could, and so if you combine that with something like a bunny or just a couple sort of flight type items in the Aether, combine it with a bunny or a mount like a pig or a cow or something, then you can use that to get up really high. So that's very useful. Just gonna grab a little of this air cloud and I'm gonna end off the episode. So that's it for this episode. In the next episode, I'm probably going to fight a dungeon and talk about what the dungeons are, how you get them, and all the other stuff you need to know about them. So thank you for watching. Hope this video was helpful in some way or another, and see you in the next episode. Bye!